provide a two-state solution to divide the land of Israel. You will make the greatest mistake of your presidency ever in any, I'm telling you, you'll be known for this.
Just as you have seen in the beginning of this video, Prophet B has a prophecy for Donald Trump. This video, you have a history of what is happening in Gaza and Israel, and also what President Trump and the President of Israel definitely talk about, and the priests who came to visit. Watch this video today, subscribe, like, and share. We'll see you in our next upload. God bless you.
Between Israel and Hamas rages on. President Biden has once again suggested what's known as the two-state solution.
But what would that look like, and why has peace in the Middle East remained so elusive?
America's answer to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict has been pretty consistent over the years.
A viable two-state solution is the only way this conflict can end.
I like two-state solution.
We cannot give up on a two-state solution.
So what exactly is the two-state solution? It's a Palestinian state and an Israeli state coexisting side by side.
The two-state solution is the dream and almost the fantasy of those who actually want peace between Israel and the Palestinians.
The reasons that fantasy has been so elusive: the two sides have never agreed on exact boundaries, control over the holy city of Jerusalem, or the exact rules governing a peaceful coexistence. The original two-state plan was proposed by the UN back in 1947. Jews agreed to the plan. Palestinians, unwilling to leave land they considered theirs, did not.
Israel had taken its place among the nations of the world.
And after Israel declared independence in 1948, peace lasted exactly 1 day before Arab countries declared war. Over the next 75 years of on-again, off-again fighting, there have been multiple U.S. attempts to broker peace, coming closest in 1993. It was known as the Oslo Accords. Leaders from Israel and the Palestinian Liberation Organization agreed to the basics of a new peaceful two-state solution. But before a deal was finalized,
sad word that apparently an assassin has claimed another world leader.
An Israeli extremist who opposed the Palestinian state assassinated Israel's Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin. Afterward, violence flared up, and Israel turned to a new leader, Benjamin Netanyahu, who initially refused to honor the agreement.
You started to see a reversal of progress, or just very slow progress overall involving the two-state solution.
During that time, Hamas rose to power in Gaza, and it kept growing stronger as Israel flexed its muscle with a military blockade. Netanyahu would pledge to never allow a Palestinian state in 2015, though he'd waver in the years a bit on that pledge, and he helped push new Jewish settlements deeper and deeper into the West Bank, an action considered illegal by much of the international community. But if you want to grasp at some hope for peace, the international community is getting more involved than it ever has in recent years.
That movement alone, based on principles of protecting innocent lives, that is what's going to achieve peace in the future.
Moving very well. There's nothing I would rather do than see peace between Israel and the Palestinians. I think lots of good things are happening. It will take a little time, as you know. It's taken plenty of time, many decades, and nothing's happened. But a lot of good things are happening. Actually, by taking off the table the embassy moving to Jerusalem, that was always the primary ingredient as to why deals couldn't get done. I spoke to many of the negotiating teams, and they said they could never get past the embassy moving into Jerusalem and all of what that meant, which you know what that meant. That meant everything. And now that's off the table. Now that will also mean that Israel will have to do something that will be good for the other side. We're working on deals. I think that I really believe something will happen. They say it's the toughest of all deals. When they talk about tough deals, they always say Israel and the Palestinians. That's the toughest of all deals. It is a dream of mine to be able to get that done prior to the end of my first term. I don't want to do it in my second term. We'll do other things in my second term. But
are you going to say something about Jerusalem if you support two-state solution? Are you going to say something about the sovereignty?
I like two-state solution. Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think works best. I don't even have to speak to anybody. That's my feeling. Now, you may have a different feeling. I don't think so, but I think two-state solution.
All the Palestinians should be relocated to other countries. Does that mean that you do not support a two-state solution?
It doesn't mean anything about a two-state or one state or any other state. It means that we want to have We want to give people a chance at life. They have never had a chance at life because the Gaza Strip has been a hellhole for people living there. It's been horrible. Hamas has made it so bad, so dangerous, so unfair to people. And by doing what I'm recommending that we do, it's a very strong recommendation, but it is a strong recommendation. By doing that, we think we're going to bring perhaps great peace to long beyond this area. And I have to stress, this is not for Israel. This is for everybody in the Middle East, Arabs, Muslims. This is for everybody. This would be where they can partake in terms of jobs and living and all of the other benefits. And I think it's very important. It just doesn't work the other way. You know, you can't keep trying. They just has been going along for so many decades, you can't even count. You just can't keep doing. You have to learn from history. You can't keep doing the same mistake over and over again. Gaza is a hellhole right now. It was before the bombing started, frankly. And we're going to give people a chance to live in a beautiful community that's safe and secure. And I think you're going to see a tremendous outflowing of support. I can tell you, I spoke to other leaders of countries in the Middle East, and they love the idea. They say it would really bring stability, and what we need is
would bless, and those that curse Israel, the Lord said he would curse. I want to be on the side of blessing. I saw what happens. I saw what happens, and it is catastrophic for America. It is catastrophic. This is a warning, and it will happen 3 days after you do this if you sign an agreement. It will completely wreck our economy. It will wreck everything, and it will be literal hell on earth in America. I don't know how long it will take to fix everything, but I saw it was and I don't believe you're right. Well, stick around and watch. If you don't believe it, fine, put it on a shelf. But I'm telling you, this man will come out even greater in the days ahead. He came out of man of peace. Oh, we want peace. Let's make a business deal. And Trump's all about business. He has support from somebody, and he's getting hate from everybody. So it's nice to have somebody in your corner and give you $1 trillion deal. So it kind of keeps the sugar, helps the medicine go down. This is a trap. You're buddying up with somebody who is being groomed by the devil. And most people go, I don't agree. I'm telling you, he's like, well, we don't want mosque built. We want all this stuff. I told you he's going to come out as a lamb. Everybody's going to love him. He'll have a solution for everyone's problem. They will surrender their kingdoms to him within 1 hour. They'll all go to Berlin. And all of the world leaders will be around a table. And everybody will surround that table, and they will give their kingdoms over to the Antichrist. Watch what happens within 1 hour, because he has the solution to the problems of the world. So as we see somebody, they say, well, he hasn't been filmed, he hasn't been photographed. How do you know that that's how close we are to the coming of the Lord Jesus Christ? Many of you think we have a long time. One lady said we have over 100 years. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're flat wrong. You're a false prophet. You're wrong. I want to tell you, Jesus Christ is coming, and he's coming sooner than you believe. It's time for the church to wake up.
So my family, that was the agent wanting to...
The Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia is coming to the White House this month. He has said they won't join the Abraham Accords without a two-state solution. Do you believe that?
No, I think he's going to join. I think we will have a solution. I don't know if it's going to be two-state. That's going to be up to Israel and other people and me. But look, the main thing is you could have never had any kind of a deal if you had a nuclear Iran. And you essentially had a nuclear Iran. And I blasted the hell out of it.
Having a good relation with all Middle Eastern countries, it's a good thing. And we want to be part of the Abraham Accord, but we want also to be sure that we secure a clear path of two-state solution. And today we have a healthy discussion with Mr. President that we're going to work on that to be sure that we can prepare the right situation as soon as possible to have that.
I think we're, I don't want to use the word commitment, but we've had a very good talk on the Abraham Accords. We talked about one state, two state. We talked about a lot of things in a short period of time. We'll be discussing it further too. But I think you have a very good feeling toward the Abraham Accords.
Yes, definitely, Mr. President. We want peace for the Israelis. We want peace for the Palestinians. We want them to coexist peacefully in the region. And we will do all of this to